Hello everybody, welcome to my X-Files. Yes, on the weekend I got my new Buses magazine, which of course is issue number 842 for May 2025. And of course, in the news stories we got Hulleys bus of Baslow, or coaches of Baslow closed. Xplore, Dundee, Dublin, the EV fleet with 12 Yutong U11 DDs, and of course mainly a closer look at the Enviro 400 EV, which is more a bit like a little bit of an instruction book on how the Enviro 400 EV is made. And of course Switch Mobility factory facing closure due to continuing and cost of living crisis, economic uncertainty. So, start off, of course, with a comment, of course, from the Industry Moves Forward with James Day. It's talking about the B network. And that, yeah, even though it's franchise, it seems that it has no material impact on customer satisfaction, which could be good or it could be bad. I don't know. All we know is that it's increased numbers of people using the bus by a smidge, around, I think it was 5 to 7%. So here's Hulleys. Of course, claps in, which means that Go Coach, which is part of the Go Ahead group, goes it alone. And down here you can see that it's got the first Right Tech RB6s on order. So fifth franchise agree, which is South Yorkshire, but it's I think it's a different kind of platform compared to the B network and to Transport for London. Then Go Ahead Bus rebranding Greater Anglia as Connect Bus. So in East Anglia. Then Switch Mobility Consultants shutting the Sherburn site. Own that if things change with not just economic outcome, but also for a bit more of a faster imprint of transition into EVs, electric vehicles, that Switch Mobility will be going back to the UK, but it will only be making its vehicles and then shipping them over from India and the United Arabian Emirates. Then of course we got the bill for Welsh bus franchising as well. That's where passenger survey talks about the overall satisfaction improvements on buses. Of course, doing a lot of comparisons from some of the counties of best and worst in satisfactions, and of course patronage growth. We of course have the Tees Valley Zebra funds allocated to add extra buses because of a concern about range capability of electric buses on hilly terrains. Finale with Roger French. So international news stories, which this one's a big one, which is about the Volvo 7800 electric, articulate and bi-articulate, which is another one that's going to be based on the upcoming Volvo BZR chassis, which should be coming to the UK at some point, but don't ask me when, because they're actually only beginning stuff on the European models first, like the 7900 electric and 8900 electric, which is now based on the Volvo BZR platform too. So of course we have some route swaps with Go Ahead and Transport UK, which was once a Bellio. And of course, another big one was the Silvertown shuttle, which is downgrading seats to add cycle racks on the some BYD bus by Alexander Enviro 200 EVs. Then of course big stuff from the coach industry, because Wrightbus relaunches the Contour diesel with more buses yet to come. Well, I mean coaches actually, because it's another hydrogen coach. And Volvo launching the new Enviro body Volvo B13R, which of course again it's diesel. This one as well. Britain is of course the biggest European market for zero emission buses at the moment. So that's more. So yeah, that's more. Let's talk about Xplore Dundee with its fleet, and of course changing to Yutongs. Of course, pair combustion coach Yutong and Yutong with alongside Nottingham City Transport will support the album conference this year, which of course they'll be showing off a lot of Yutong buses at the area. Then of course talking about interiors, how design changes could have an impact on a big impact on the ridership, which is probably, hopefully, I think it's a positive thing. So now we are going straight to the Alexander Enviro 400 EV, which is a new way of working, more or less showing you instructions on how to create the Enviro 400 EV, more or less, on the production line. And more or less the end product, which is showing us the Stagecoach Seed Vehicle 80,000, which is, as said, is a seed vehicle prototype. And then as we go into the fleet news, I have actually found something very interesting from the Arriva London. So take a look at the bottom, because it's the first BYD B12 London spec buses that are going to be in active service in London. 312, Route 312 and Route 166 will have them. So of course all that is about the best stuff. Of course the Yutong U11DD of course is shown in here in the fleet news. But of course with Stagecoach West they haven't put down the Alexander Enviro 400 MMC 15354 yet, or 36C37 326 yet, but they will do it soon in the future. And of course all the stuff on Scotland. Of course. Which there's a few on the fleet news, and then of course we've got Ireland as well. So that more or less about wraps it up with this. So I hope you enjoyed the readout of the magazine. So with that said, thank you for watching my X-Files, and I'll see you again next time. Slugheads!